I'm here, Slocum 23, you're joining me for Witness, a Bodyguard Romance, Chapter 2, Laws of Attraction. Disclaimer not intended for children. The sound of your heartbeat pounds in your ears as you watch the woman with the malicious glint in her eye twirl her knife near her victim's neck. No, this can't be happening. Don't let me have all the fun, baby. Partner's mouth curls into a sinister smile as he pulls out a knife that matches hers. I wouldn't dream of it. You know, I love when we do things as a couple. Hand shaking, you pull out your phone and dial the number of the local police as you retreat further out of sight. Hello, someone is about to be murdered? They have knives. They're going to stab him. The voice on the line addresses you firmly. This is Officer Rivas with the Boston Police Department. I'm going to need you to calm down and tell me exact location so I can dispatch officers as quickly as possible. Once you relay the information and your name, Officer Rivas makes a quick call before jumping back on the line. Now, Nami, listen carefully. No matter what happens, do not engage. Stay as far away as you can. Peeking around the corner, you watch as the victim falls to the ground, an even thicker coat of blood soaking his shirt. Stop! I can help you. We can work together. There is nothing you can give us that we can't take by force. Please, I'm more of a use to you alive than dead. But what if I can save him? The only thing you can do is keep yourself safe. Officers will be on site any minute. A loud ping in your ear sends you scrambling to turn off the volume on your phone. Following with the sound as several more messages pour in, you catch a glimpse of the text on the screen. I know it's not cool to say this, but last night was incredible, and I'd love to see you again. I also think you're wicked sexy. Once you've successfully silenced your phone, you bring it back up to your ear, struggling to hear what Officer Rivas is saying over the pounding of your heart. I need you to give me as much details as possible about the perpetrators. As you start to look in the alley again, you notice that the attackers are a lot closer than they were before. Did you hear that? I think someone else is here. Help! I'll reward you! The man kicks the victim to silence him. Quiet, I'm trying to listen. The killers continue to move in your direction. Scrambling back, you whisper in your phone. They're headed this way. Nami, find somewhere to hide, but stay on the line with me. You hear footsteps approaching, and you feel your heart jump into your throat. You try to lift your feet, but they seem weighed down with lead. The sound of the shoes on the pavement is almost right on top of you. And then the whine of a siren fills the Prydain air. Watch it pull up. Expecting to see the attackers, you risk a look around the corner, but only find the body of their victim on the ground, a pool of red spreading out around his torso like dark, wet wings. Oh my god. Suddenly, you're crouched down, your chest constricting as you struggle to get air into your lungs, a pair of shiny black shoes filling your vision as a shadow moves over you. I'm guessing you're the witness. The name's Detective Nowushu. Do you me a favor and take a deep breath before you turn purple? No one body is enough paperwork. He's really dead? As a doornail. So, the quicker you get up, we can get down to the station and get you out of my hair. Wow, you're friendly. Letting out a long, deep breath, you rise to your feet and somehow manage to make it to the precinct without falling apart. As you're escorted into the police station, you're greeted by a man in a suit with a kind smile. You must be Nami. I'm U.S. Marshal Thomas Otto. It's a pleasure to meet you. The sight of her friendly face gives you the strength to stand up straighter. You too, Marshal Otto. Please, call me Thomas. Or Tomas. Thank you for accompanying Detective Nowasu to the station. Detective Nowasu gives you a hard stare that makes it hard not to flinch. Next time, don't be a moron wandering dangerous alleys at night, or be stuck scraping your sorry ass off the cement. I'm gonna ignore him. You shoot an annoyed look at Detective Nowasu as he leaves, which he fails to notice. He's not even worth the energy I'd take to tell him off. Go ahead and have a seat. There's a lot we have to discuss. As you sit down, you meet Tomas's warm brown eyes. Were you able to identify the killers or their victim? As a matter of fact, we were. The victim was Sean Kelly, leader of one of the largest branches of the mob here in Boston. What? Who'd go after a mob boss like that? Based on your descriptions, the perpetrators were husband and wife mobster duo Killian and Maeve O'Connell, who have spent the past few years systematically taking over and uniting other branches of the Irish mob. Now that they've gotten rid of Sean Kelly, they'll control the majority of organized crime in the city. Things you just share with victims, you know. You knit your brows in confusion, thinking of all the ways you've seen crime bosses portrayed in movies and true crime novels. They didn't seem like any kind of mob leaders I've heard of before. It wasn't about power, they were having fun. These two break all the rules of anything we've seen. They enjoy hurting others in ways more commonly found in serial killers. Also, they're as smart as they are deadly. They aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. They've had the skills to personally protecting themselves from their enemies. I still don't understand how they haven't been caught yet. For starters, we haven't been able to generate enough evidence, and now they got a citywide network on their payroll. We've never been able to reach a witness before. Well, until there was nothing we could do for them anymore. His face brightens as he looks at you. But once we put you in witness protection, we'll be able to keep you safe until you can testify. Slow down for a second. They didn't even see me. Why would I go into witness protection? By now, half the force knows there is a witness. It's only a matter of time until the O'Connells find out about you too. You would only be in the witness security program for the summer. The judge has already agreed to fast-track the trial to make sure we don't miss our shot at this. He notices a conflicted look on your face and softens his gaze even more. Please, Nami. You'd be saving countless lives, including your own. Squeezing your eyes shut, you try to block out the image of the victim on the ground in the alleyway, his eyes devoid of life. If I do this, I need to make a call first. I'm afraid that's not possible. No one can know where you're going. But I have to tell my friend. She'll look after my house while I'm gone and cover for me at work. Your living and working situation will be maintained for when you return. Harika can't think that I just disappeared. We'll handle creating a convincing cover not to raise suspicions. It would endanger both your lives if there was anyone who could be forced in revealing your location. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. Well then, I guess I don't have much of a choice. Otherwise I'll end up dead too. Tomas reaches out and pats your hand gently. You're doing the right thing. As a father, I'd like to personally thank you for helping make the streets safer for my kids and other families in our city. Easing back in the chair, he opens a thick folder. With sex not all bad, think of it as a spontaneous vacation where you get to go somewhere new and truly immerse yourself as a local. Like being an actor trying out a role, you can even come up with a new name of your choosing. Does anyone blow their cover by saying the wrong name? Well, usually we insist on changing the last name, but the first name is flexible. It's not essential, but sometimes can be more suspicious to mess up. I tell people to have fun with the first name and do a nickname instead of a complete change. One that's still easy to remember, like the name of the street you grew up on or a pet's name. Any ideas? I'm gonna go with Rose. Rose it is. Now your last name. I mean, it doesn't matter. Once Thomas has written it down, you gesture to your outfit. What about my appearance? It wouldn't hurt to alter it. Changing your clothes is highly recommended since you were wearing those at the crime scene. He gestures to a small office with a door. One of the officers ran out and brought an outfit with some hair dye for you that will help you blend in on the island. God damn it, even though I literally got the diamond choices. We're going to an island? Yes, we managed to secure a place for you and on Nantucket. Really? How did you manage to afford that? Summer is the hardest time to find something there. Let's just say you lucked out. Not everyone gets to hide out on a gorgeous white sand beaches in a historic seaport town. Some people end up in Hartford or Trenton. With a reassuring smile, Tomas walks away, leaving you to head into the office to get dressed. Once you're inside, you strip out of your sweaty, sticky clothes, longing to put as much distance between you and the crime scene as possible. I never want to see those clothes again. I did. You pick up the bright floral dress folded neatly on the desk and slip in on over your head, loving the way the soft fabric settles snugly over your curves. I mean, I guess, but you're gonna make me change the hair? I like the hair, though. It kind of goes with a Nantucket look. It feels good to be in something fresh and new. I'll blend right in on the island in this. After figuring out your outfit, you pick up the box of hair dye and imagine how you'd look with a new look and color. No one would recognize me if I did this. I hate you choices, I really do. It's the same damn thing. It's literally the same damn thing. Here, we couldn't come up with anything original, so just go with it. There's never been a better time for a big change, especially one that suits me so well. You've just finished up when there's a soft knock followed by a smoky voice muffled behind the thick wooden door. Miss Russo, this is U.S. Marshal Keene. I'll be working with Tomas on your case. You start to open the door to let him in, but freeze as his face comes into view. Nami? Cassian, you're a U.S. Marshal? Cassian hurries into the room and shuts the door. I thought I'd never see you again after you snuck out. As his green eyes take you in, slow smile forms. Damn, you look magnificent. Thanks. I didn't know the U.S. Marshals had such a nice wardrobe selection. You nod at his body as you take him in. Looks very dweeby. I left, no sneaking involved. I don't regret what I did. If I did something to offend... Not at all. I'm just not much of a cuddler. The sharpening ring of a telephone cuts through the tension between you, and Cassian shakes his head as if to clear it. Nami, I've been assigned to take lead on your case. It's my chance at a huge promotion. Tomas is my supervisor, and if he found out we knew each other... He'd take you off the case? Yeah. If we were involved in any way, I'd be considered compromised. And who knows when I'd get another shot at this. His eyes meet yours pleadingly. I know this is quite a bit to ask, but can you keep our history a secret? Do you a favor? Yes, of course I'd be happy to help. Show me what you're willing to do in exchange. I'm not sure it's that easy. 18 diamonds, why not? Step closer, so Cassian is backed against the door. What do I get out of this? 'Cause I can think of a few things I'd like. His breath comes out in a ragged gasp as you press your chest against his. Nami, I can't. Believe me, I want to so much. The thickness of his vest isn't enough to stop the heat from seeping between your bodies. Are you sure you'll be able to stop yourself? Christ, no, with you I'm doomed. In that case, this should be fun. Reaching up, you slowly drag your finger along the edges of the emblems etched on his chest. Then you slide your palm down until your hand is dipped beneath the bottom of his vest, playfully rubbing against the skin just beneath his belt. This is very bad. It's funny of you to say, because this is still me being good. The strangled moan works its way out of Cassian's lips, and you can feel the warmth of it against your tongue through your open mouth. I'm never gonna make it through the summer. The door creaks open, and you jerk apart, fiddling with your top to avoid looking at Cassian as Tomas enters the room. Cassian, I'm glad to see you've introduced yourself. He certainly knows how to make a memorable first impression. A startled, choking noise emerges from Cassian, which he quickly covers up with a cough. Just, being friendly is all. Wonderful. Sorry to rush you out, Nami, but we've got to move on, so your orientation will be given on the way. No trouble. We're here, Tomas. We're right behind you. You feel Cassian's hand lightly brush your back as he gestures for you to follow Tomas out of the door. A slight tingle travels up your spine from the way his gaze lingers on you as you walk in front of him. After a couple hours of driving, you find yourself in the back of a small houseboat with Tomas at the wheel and the wind in your hair. Maybe this won't be so bad after all. You're settled against the pillows, enjoying the sound of the waves lapping at the boat, when Cassian emerges from the below deck with something large and orange in his hands. Thought you might need this. He tosses it to you across the deck. Life preserver. Catch it. Lifeguard on duty. A life preserver? Are you serious? He flashes you a teasing smile, trying to suppress a laugh. I'd hate to save you from the mob only to have you drown in Nantucket Sound. If you thought I'd sit here wearing this, you're wildly mistaken. It was worth a go. I thought maybe you'd be too knackered from being up all night to keep yourself afloat. As you throw the ring onto the nearby cushion, Cassian moves to sit down beside you, careful to keep his leg from brushing against yours. You sneak a glance down the length of his body, admiring how he looks in his Nantucket wear, especially how snug the shirts are in strategic locations as he bends to sit. The shorts don't go, dude. They finish putting together the rest of your cover. You'll be Nami, aka Rose Russo, working class girl who just lost her parents. The money your parents left you allowed you to purchase a small house on Nantucket, where you'll be working odd jobs to pay for your contractor helping you repair the weather damage on the place. Working class girl, me? I mean, she does have an MBA. I have an MBA and you want me to scrub barnacles off yachts? I thought my cover would include lounging on the beach as one of the hundreds of tourists. You seem to be confusing WITSEC with a travel agency. We're in the business of safe harboring witnesses, not funding elite getaways. This is not at all what I had in mind. Getting out of your comfort zone won't kill you, but another run-in with the O'Connells would. The more different your cover is from your normal life, the better off you'll be. As you watch the island grow larger on the horizon, you let out a small sigh. Summer was supposed to be about settling into my new position at work, not having to start all over in a new life. Cassian slowly covers your hand with his, running his thumb over the soft skin just below your knuckles. I know it's hard not to feel like this is punishment, but you're doing the right thing. Not only will you be protecting yourself, you'll be doing the same for countless others when you testify. I've always avoided taking too big a risk. I hate not feeling in control. I promise I won't let anything happen to you. You meet Cassian's intense gaze and the air crackling between you. But before you can lean closer, an icy gust rips across the deck, spraying a mist of water down your back. That's freezing! You need something to cover you up. Hold on. Caspian sprints over to the side of the boat and comes back holding a thin pullover. Here, you can wear my jumper as a blanket. It'll take more than that to make me warm. Maybe I can help provide a little extra heat, if you'd like. Take Cassian's jacket. Let him wrap you up in more than fabric. Tell him you're fine with it on it. It doesn't hurt to try. He slides onto the cushion beside you again, this time presses his leg against yours. It should be enough, since my body seems to be made of lava around you. His firm body curves against your back as he drapes the fabric on top of both of your laps. Wrapping his arm around you, he pulls the jacket snugly over your lap and chest, his fingertips slightly caressing the small of your back before pulling it taut. I'm still chilly. I suppose I can offer just a bit more body heat. Gliding his hand up your arm, he slowly rubs his palm against your skin, creating friction that ignites a fire in your blood. That's a good start. Watch the muscles in his arm bulging and slide your fingers under the jacket until they find the firm surface of his thigh. I'm pretty sure you'll be burning up if you go any further. Only one way to find out. Your hand itches forward, dipping down to the gape between his legs, your fingers brushing over the hard surface of the zipper of his shorts. For a second, he starts to arch up to meet you, wrapping his arms tightly around you as you lean back into his chest. Nami. Cassian. The groan leaves him, causing his eyelids to flutter as you move your hand in a gently stroking motion. Your faces are only inches apart when you feel him stiffen suddenly, catching himself from completely giving in to an energy crackling between you. We can't. The sound of Tomas's voice over the engines causes you to jump slightly. Coming up the dock now. Brace yourselves. Welcome to Nantucket. A few minutes later, you're stepping off the boat and onto the dock where you take a moment to glance at the quaint, historic harbor. Cassian drops down beside you as Tomas appears at the stern. If anything comes up, Nami, you can find me on the houseboat. I'll be keeping an eye on things here in town and offering us a quick getaway in case of emergency. Yeah, I'm sure the badge doesn't draw attention. And you can find me. Actually, there's been a change of plan. Cassian will just be downstairs whenever you need him. Wait, what? What do you mean downstairs? His cover is your work exchange contractor. He'll be bunking on the pull-out couch so he can look after you 24/7. Keep my hands off Cassian while he's sleeping a few feet away from me. This is going to be a really long summer. Really? Okay, well, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord, if you'd like to support me and my content. Even consider, hitting that join button, becoming a part of Locum's Locos. It's a great way to support the channel and just become a really fundamental part of the community. If you're not able to, that's fine. Just consider sharing the community and sharing it with friends, family, and whatnot. Without further ado, so now for my verdict on this, it's okay. It's gonna be those things where they've given you the excuse to be cut loose, free with your no strings attached kind of thing, but now there's gonna become strings, because you'll develop feelings and whatnot, can already see that and predict that. It's just very cheesy, like I pointed out for just a quick moment, the fact that, that guy was discussing literally everything with you. Typically they try and keep it to a bare none. They automatically don't give you the identity of the people that you're, dealing with, especially before you even agree to go into witness protection and things like that. It's just very hush-hush and whatnot, and they just typically will give you bare information, especially so they, defender for the clients cannot say, well, were you informed, were you told of the crimes, blah, 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 blah. Typically you're just there for, testifying. I don't know, it just seems a lot of loopholes. Anyway, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all in the next video. I believe Baby Bump is up next. I believe, from what I've snuck and peeked from people on the Choices Facebook comment section, that there's going to be a book too. God, I hope not. Bye.